isn't just a scam. It's the ultimate betrayal. She faked cancer and made millions off your sympathy.
Would you accept that you're a pathological liar?
No.
This is a story all about the heartless woman behind the world's biggest health hoax.
Belle, you've scammed the people of Australia. Don't you have anything to say?
Meet Belle Gibson, a force of nature, a wellness icon, and a health inspirator. Her story touched millions, a young woman battling terminal brain cancer, enduring grueling surgeries, and defying impossible odds, all through the power of clean eating and a holistic lifestyle.
It was 5 years ago I was diagnosed with terminal cancer.
Gibson became a symbol of hope to countless followers. Like Bella, a young woman facing her own health struggles who said, "When I discovered Belle Gibson, I thought, this is it. I too can cure myself through healthy eating."
I was dying and I was looking for anything to help me because I'd just been let down by the medical system so badly. And I was looking at Belle Gibson on Instagram and I was like, she looks incredible.
Like, what story do you want to be?
Yeah.
Do you want to be strong, entrepreneurial, world-changing woman?
Yeah.
Or do you want to be cancer story?
Her app, The Whole Pantry, was a one-stop wellness revolution. Praised by celebrities, downloaded thousands of times, and even featured by Apple.
She had millions of Instagram followers and so many people that bought her book.
She started to travel a lot more. Her schedule started to become very, very busy. There was a shift in her lifestyle in terms of, luxury.
But as Belle's fame soared, whispers began to grow. Her miraculous story wasn't as airtight as it seemed.
In the wellness world, Belle Gibson was a star across the globe. What we didn't know at that time was that it was all built on lies.
Among Belle's many promises of hope, none hit harder than her pledge to help Joshua Schwartz, a young boy from Melbourne battling an inoperable brain tumor. After befriending him on social media, she promised $150,000 from her app sales to support his fight. But when Belle fails to deliver, the cracks in her story became impossible to ignore.
She really struggles to understand the thoughts and feelings of other people.
Investigative journalists Bo Donnelly and Nick Toscano from The Age dug deeper, and what they found was staggering.
You claimed also in your book that you underwent chemotherapy and radiotherapy for 2 months. True or false?
At the time, I believed I was having radiotherapy.
So, false.
Her medical records? Non-existent. Her cancer diagnosis? Fabricated. Her surgeries and treatments? All lies. Every piece of her story was a heartless, calculated hoax.
Except you didn't have brain cancer.
No, I didn't.
In April 2015, Belle Gibson finally admitted the truth to the Australian Women's Weekly. When asked if her cancer claims were real, she said, "No, none of it's true."
Not really, not initially. I was devastated.
Just sounds like you chose to believe that you had cancer.
Turns out, Gibson has changed her name multiple times, and even her age wasn't what she claimed.
How old are you?
Well, I live knowing, as I've always known, that I would be 26.
So how old was she really?
Currently, then, according to those documents, you're 23.
Correct.
This bombshell confession sent shockwaves across the world.
I stopped the chemotherapy for various reasons. I didn't know.
Truth, Belle, truth.
As the truth emerged, Belle's empire collapsed. Her app, The Whole Pantry, disappeared from the Apple Store, her book was yanked from shelves, and public outrage erupted. In September 2017, she was slapped with a $410,000 fine for deceptive conduct, a steep price for her lies, but nothing compared to the pain of those she betrayed.
Do you feel ashamed, Belle?
None felt this pain more than little Joshua, a boy battling an inoperable brain tumor, used as a pawn in Belle's twisted ploy. Humiliated and betrayed, his mother asked, "Did she use us to get into the mind of Joshua?" And here's the real bombshell. She didn't act alone. Industry giants enabled her every step of the way. The global wellness industry, worth over $4 trillion, thrives on unverified claims and empty promises. Apple, a corporate giant, turned Belle's fraud into a global phenomenon by featuring the whole pantry app as a default on the Apple Watch, instantly legitimizing her story. Penguin Publishing played its part too, releasing her cookbook without verifying a single claim about her cancer. Together, these corporate actions transformed Belle from an Instagram influencer into a global scammer, with unchecked power to deceive. Belle's case isn't isolated. Jessica Ann Smith from Pennsylvania faked cancer, scamming donors out of thousands.
I actually have some chemo burns right now.
Brittany Arbuck, known as Montreal Healthy Girl, claimed she cured her cancer with a raw vegan diet, selling health consultations and wellness products despite lacking any medical qualification. Once again, the rich get richer and the sick get sicker.
I'm really sorry for how I have hurt those who mean a lot to me.
Belle, meanwhile, claims she's broke. At least, that's what she told the courts. Fresh off a lavish vacation where she spent thousands on luxury getaways.
Don't you think it's more important to be paying back that fine rather than going on an overseas trip?
Authorities, determined to recover her unpaid fines, raided her home multiple times, finding little to compensate the $410,000 she still owes.
Have some humanity. I haven't paid things because I can't afford to.
Yet the wellness industry continues to thrive, amassing billions, often on the back of unverified claims. And just like that, her name is everywhere again. Netflix just dropped Apple Cider Vinegar, a 6-part series diving deep into Belle Gibson's outrageous scam.
At that time during 2010, social media and this kind of the exploitation of wellness and the way you looked and what you were supposed to be, there was no boundaries.
Starring Caitlin Dever, the show pulls back the curtain on how she built her empire of lies one social media post at a time.
Are you prepared to tell the truth today?
Yeah.
The whole truth? Absolutely.
What's even crazier? The show doesn't just stop at Belle. It digs into the dark side of influencer culture, how social media and the wellness industry itself let people like her thrive unchecked. The damage: real lives, real money, real heartbreak.
Early influencer, early Instagram, that idea that you could put something out to the world and the amount of love and support that you'd get fed back, that just hadn't existed in any form prior to that.
Belle disappeared from the spotlight after her empire crumbled. But with this series, she's back in the headlines. And this time, no one is buying what she's selling. But it also leaves one big question. How did so many people believe her for so long? And how do we stop the next Belle Gibson before it's too late? I'd love to hear from you. Yes, you. So let me know in the comments section below and share this with everyone you know to make sure it never happens again.